Pelicans lose. God damn, we get 144. Oh
Pelicans
my
played.
gosh. Yeah, they did. Smash the like button. We're not going to really talk about the game because there's a report now saying from Chris Haynes that Brandon Ingram, I'm sorry, the New Orleans Pelicans are in advanced discussions to trade Brandon Ingram to the Toronto Raptors. Yeah, so it looks like it's going to happen.
What's the difference between advanced and unadvanced discussions?
Yeah, smash the like button. Here we go.
First took away. Gas for this. Get your money's worth now.
Presented by the Scott Vicknair Injury Law Firm. You've been hurting. Damn it! I thought I remembered it. I memorized it, and I just completely botched the whole read. So make sure you give them a call at 504-500-1111 for a free consultation. Yes, a free consultation. Always fight for the win. As always, powered by 4D Energy. Chaz, Leo, 5, Chris, maybe Ross today. We don't know. Almost 200 people. What?
Justin going off them cocktails.
Yeah, I've had a rough start. Well, I got a lot of information going on.
I was like, I had a couple cocktails,
A couple cocktails. Yeah.
I'm an adult. go ahead.
Justin talk like Joe Pesci in Casino.
Hey, what's funny? No, it's not the movie. Damn it. What
Yeah, Justin, come on, Justin. Log
off
out.
to a bad start.
Log out.
Yeah,
Come back in. Yeah. So Chaz.
All right, I'm back. Here we go.
All right, go ahead.
Got Chaz, Brandon Ingram to Toronto. What does the framework look like here?
Well, it could be shitty, and it could be not as shitty, right? I think if there's alleged bidding war that went on between the Hawks and the Raptors, really did happen. First off, make sure y'all smash the like button. Man, it's 211 people in here. It need to be 211 likes in here. Hey, don't make us get difficult with you. But yeah, so probably looking at Bruce Brown and Boucher or Olynk. That's on the super shitty end of the spectrum. You got the less shitty end of the spectrum where you're looking at maybe RJ and Olynk or Boucher because of the cap situation that the Raptors will find themselves in. They had a situation earlier with Kyle Anderson that didn't go through. And if you know anything, like if you just know anything about like the salary cap, you could tell something was wrong with that deal. Someone was leaving. That deal wasn't going to go through. So, I'm sure the Hawks are still in this somewhere, but my hope is that you can at least get a first round pick. Like, you know what I'm saying? You said, why I'm wearing a hat inside? I think you mean inside. Oh, because I gotta get my braids done. My braids look like Jim Jones. Like I brush my braids with a wave brush right now. I gotta get my hair done. But yeah, so you hoping for a first round pick, and if it's me, I'm looking to move Bruce Brown and move whoever for some more seconds, and I'm looking to flip these. Whatever you get, I'm looking to flip it.
Lito, let's talk a little about Brandon Ingram's last 6 years here as a Pelican. This is it. You were one of his biggest fans in the early stages. What do you think changed with him over these last couple of years? I was talking with some people on Twitter today. Like, what was like the biggest change that you saw from Brandon Ingram over these last, let's say, 3 years, or let's just say after the playoff run? Like, why couldn't it work with him and Zion? Obviously, health reasons. Zion, I understand that, but why did it, like, even when they were on the court, why couldn't it work between them?
Willie,
you really think you think it was the head coach?
I mean, they started running pick and rolls in year 5. So, actually, that was year 6, right? That was year 6. They started practicing pick and rolls in year 6.
No, year 5.
Year 5.
Okay. Jared and I were still in the building.
All right. Are you Justin? I think it's to be honest, I could give you my answer.
I like your answer, yeah.
Of what Brandon did, but in the full scale of things, it's Zion's fault. It's Zion's fault. That's the reason why things changed, because of his unavailability. So you let Brandon get away with certain things that Brandon wouldn't have gotten away with if Zion was in the building, accountable and doing his part. Brandon got complacent. His shot profile changed. I mean, that's I mean, if we've been honest, that's the longest shot. The shot profile, the drives at the rim stop. His game got a lot. It got a lot slower, and so did he. He lost his ability to beat people off the dribble. I mean, he was not the picture of health either. And people go hear this and think you saying he a bad player and he not. And I think we had the thing is, like, in life, when you set a precedence, you get expectations. It's not unfair. That's just life. So we expect certain things from you, and we expect you to be a certain way. Especially, like, we were all sitting in that media day where he was like, "I want to get paid." Like, it's crazy. It's crazy how far the situation has come from walking into media day saying you need to get paid versus where we are present day. I think that Brandon is a very good basketball player. Do I think he can be the first or second player on your team to lead you to I'm not even gonna say a title, but like deep playoff contention? Maybe the third. His game is as presently constructed. He had a much better season than he did last year. From a eyeball standpoint, because if you look at the numbers still, like, he still was averaging 24 last year. It's just
something around that.
The lack of variety in his shots is what fucking did it. They were redundant, and it slowed the game up, and it just didn't allow space for anybody else to grow. Look at Trey today.
Yeah, we obviously hopefully we can talk about Trey, but Chris, I remember you.
I'm sorry, Justin, but I don't want to stop your wisdom. But we got to get the likes up. Can we run DraftKings, and at the end of DraftKings, we need to have at least 100 likes. Because what are we doing?
I don't want to run DraftKings right now.
All right, we can run anything.
You just smash the like button, please? Please,
yeah,
just
lazy son of a.
We're at 125 right now.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Just smash the like button.
Yeah, let's get the likes up, man.
Let's get the likes up. Chris, you and Lito did a show a couple months ago, breaking down Brandon Ingram's game from 2020 maybe?
Yeah.
To today's game. He's playing, as Lito was talking about, attacking the rim, playing quick, pull up threes, coming off the screens, pulling up threes. Over the last couple of years, he just didn't do that. He didn't buy into the way that this team wanted to play. Do you blame him, or do you blame more of Willie Green not getting him to buy in more, or the coaching staff, or even the front office? Because that was clearly a rift between those two, between Brandon, front office, coaching staff. They wanted him to play a certain way, and he would not do that. Appreciate you, Ezekiel. This is legit. Appreciate you.
Yo, Zeke, you're giving the mail too, homeboy.
Yeah, you're good. Chris, what are your thoughts on that? Why he just wouldn't change?
As I was listening to Lito, Justin, the first thing I thought of was in the show. No, I mean, he didn't evolve, to be honest, Justin. I mean, I think that there was some ill fits in regards to the roster, and maybe the coaching staff could have done more, could have been more creative. But we do know firsthand that he was told to do certain things by a lot of folks he didn't ultimately end up doing. Mid-range looked good, for those that remember that earlier in the preseason or during training camp, comments that he made. But he didn't evolve, man. And I think that we've seen players greater than him and players that are at a tier below him change their game to help maximize other great players or other players that are on their level. And I think that Brandon got to a point to where he wanted to play one style and one way. And I won't say he was fine with the results either way, but when it was time to shift and when it was time to switch, because he wasn't comfortable with it, you saw a mixed bag. You saw a dude that looked out of place more times than not, and that's just somebody getting comfortable, man, and not evolving. You got to evolve with the game. You got to evolve with your teammates, and I don't think while he's not alone, I think if once he leaves and puts on, he has to pull that passport out, to go to Toronto, or if he got to go to Your Atlanta, I think no matter how this ends, and if he has real gripes that I would understand, if it's with Willie, with Zion, with whoever, he got to look in the mirror and hold himself accountable to say, I could have done more. And I think the first thing is changing with the game and doing your best to change with the guys that are around you, not just looking to play one style, leaving it at that.
Yeah. And I want to get to this point here, Jared, in a second, and Chaz, I want to talk about this too, because they're saying Bruce Brown will be traded to the Pelicans in a potential Brandon Ingram trade. I don't necessarily know how the money's going to work there, so I'm going to get to you in a second here, Chaz. But Jared, one of the biggest things, one of my biggest gripes with Brandon, he's a good basketball player. He's a really good basketball player. The one thing though is that not only was he wasn't very available over these last couple of years. I got to keep that comment up here. He also took a long time to get back on the court. As you see, he didn't play more than 64 games in a year for the Pelicans. 62, 61, then 55, 45, 64 last year. Obviously gets hurt at the end of the year, comes back the last game of the year, and then into OKC. And then this year, 18. If you want to make big money, he said he wants 50 mil. You also got to play. Jerry might be muted.
Speaking of big money. Speaking of big money.
Oh, damn.
God damn.
I didn't see that. Appreciate you, Space African Jesus.
Thank you, Space African Jesus, brother. We appreciate you, sir. Say shout out to BKM for the content as always. Is David Sander baby gonna finally make a move? Or is he, Silly Willie, and Mrs. Benson, the Predator, continue to set the Pelicans back? Find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Hey,
appreciate the super chat. We're getting all y'all super chats at the end, so appreciate the support. We'll get to comments. It's probably a longer episode. But Jared, that was probably my biggest gripe with Brandon. We could talk about the shot profile. We could talk about different things, but him, one, being injured all the time, and two, not getting back on the court as quick as possible. We've heard a lot of different stories of how he's taking his time. There's different, we had the concussion, you had the toe, you had this ankle. It wasn't just one time. Talk to me about that and how frustrating it was over these last couple of years.
Yeah, it's pretty frustrating, but it wasn't just him doing that, right? Like we also got to say that the other side of it is cultural. Right, that's the culture that David Griffin allowed to happen. If that's the gripe people have with Brandon, so be it. Yeah, that's fundamental. He's the guy getting paid a lot of money to play basketball on this team, but also he needs to play, and that should be on him to get back on the court as soon as possible. There was a lot of people in the building upset when he wasn't playing. When they thought he should be playing
multiple times too, Jared. Multiple
times, and that is certainly fair. But also, I like to always point to the culture that was being set that allowed him to do so. That allowed him, because we've heard several remarks from people around the building. So why is this happening? Or people around like, why did you let this happen? This isn't how it goes down in other organizations, apparently. Right? Like, this isn't how it moves. People don't act this way in other organizations, but yet it's allowed here. So I always want to say that part, but there is some fault at Brandon's feet when it comes to, playing a certain amount of games, and he just didn't show up at times.
Yeah. So look, let's talk about what we're hearing now, I guess, from Chris Haynes saying Bruce Brown. Chaz, obviously it can't just be Bruce Brown. Bruce is making 23 mil this year. What's Brandon's contract? What's his 35?
36. He had a trade kicker that brings him up to about 40 though.
So there's obviously got to be others involved here.
Nah, not necessarily. It's going to be Bruce Brown and probably Chris Boucher. The Raptors are about $10 million below the luxury tax, so they could just, take the hit on a couple million. The Pelicans get like an extra $2 million or so below the luxury tax because they traded the immortal Tice earlier in the day.
About that.
Traded, so they did that to get under the cap. So after this move, they'll have probably just enough to sign Brandon Boston if they don't move Bruce Brown or Chris Boucher. Because if it's me, I'm trying to move both of them by tomorrow. Like,
so you're thinking that they make this trade with Bruce Brown, Boucher, and then they make another move separately from this.
I believe so, because both of those guys are expiring. A championship contender could definitely use a Bruce Brown. A lot of teams had interest in Boucher, so you could probably shout out to Yaya Cole. Make sure y'all hitting the like button, hit the join button as well, because we're gonna have some stories once this trade is finally over with.
I can't wait.
But y'all definitely gonna want to see the member show once this trade goes through. And I just want to forewarn everybody. I said it before the show, but I want to say it now. Don't presume Brandon can pass a physical. So don't get too happy. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't presume Brandon can pass a physical. So I'm just saying. But yeah, to me, look, you've already missed the mark on getting a quality trade done for Brandon Ingram. At this point, you're just, the Reaper coming to collect his toll. You know what I'm saying? You got yourself into this situation. You could have had Brandon Miller, could have had Scoot Henderson, you could have had Amen Thompson, you could have had anyone you wanted with that number 2 pick. You chose to roll the dice, and we gambled on Griff, he gambled on a crackhead. This is how these things go. But overall, I think Brandon handled himself like a businessman his entire tenure in New Orleans. If I have to compliment him on anything, he didn't give a fuck about nothing but himself and getting his money. And I respect it. I respect it. But ultimately, he loves it here and all this. Like, man, please. This was about money. And the best thing you did was not extend him.
Well, no, Chaz.
Yeah.
You almost had the money.
No, that's what I mean. Your best thing that happened is him turning down the money. Because had you extended him, this organization, I don't know the future. Organization could already be fucked. But this organization would undoubtedly been fucked the next 5 or 10 years had you extended Brandon Ingram. You see what's going on with Phoenix and Bradley Beal right now. Yeah. You had your own Bradley Beal situation to a degree. Because by him being expiring, he can choose.
Okay, so we got breaking news. Here it is.
What's happening?
Wow. Pelicans have traded Brandon Ingram to the Toronto Raptors for Bruce Brown, Kelly Olynk, and 1 first-round pick and 1 second-rounder, Chaz.
That's a win.
This is a win.
That's a win.
Fucking Griff, man.
That is a win.
By the way, we also have a record 508 of y'all in this room right now.
Wow.
Smash the like button. So we're setting records throughout the whole network right now.
Hey, man.
Okay,
Yo,
so
right,
let's.
Hey, we got to keep it linear.
We a pod here, Leo.
Let's pod. We overdue. They overdue for like they were supposed to get Olynk
4
years ago.
Because I also want to talk about I want to talk about this trade. I'm gonna put this in my notes because I want to talk about what Chaz is talking about.
Oh, one second, Justin. Let's show some respect.
Is that so? What do we do with the videos? Is this the last time it airs?
No.
Nah, of course not. That lives in immortality. What the fuck?
So Lito, let's talk about Olynk. You like him?
Yeah, absolutely, man. He a guy. Well, I mean, this team is kind of disjointed at this point because like you still trying to figure out the future at the 5, but like on a team with, let's say, Jonas, he would have helped, stretch the floor. He's a decent rebounder. What you got, Chad?
I ain't sure Kelly Olynk coming to New Orleans. I'm telling you, I'm not sure these dudes gonna make it here. That's all. I just wanted to say that. But go ahead. I like Olynk too. Go ahead, Leo.
No, but I think that's a valid point too because, like at this point, what game are we playing? Are we playing the salary dump game? Are we moving for picks now? You know what I'm saying? Are you trying to position yourself for a better spot in the draft? I think it's important. Like, obviously, we don't know the vision. They haven't known the vision for 6 years. So, I kind of feel like at this point, like you have decent players, but what's the point of having these players right now? What are we 13? What's the record? It don't matter what the
like
record is.
13-29 or some shit.
Yeah.
We can't use months anymore.
What's the point?
We're 12-39.
Oh, we December 39th. What's the point?
Oh, we're December 39th.
What's the point of having Kelly Olynyk and Bruce Brown? Those, to be honest, when healthy, Bruce Brown is like, those are two good players who, could fit into a system on a contender and be like super. You saw what Bruce Brown did in Denver. I'm with Chaz, man. I kind of think this is a revolving door.
Y'all go ahead. I'm looking up some stuff.
You said, so I know you're thinking.
Well, no, I'm looking up I'm actually looking up his contract. Like, Olynyk's got 12 this year, 13 mil next year. Like, he's a solid piece. I mean, but if you have a chance to flip him to possibly a contender, like, go ahead, Jared. There's just different avenues now. Like, actually, Griff finally did a decent job. Still, he fucked up the whole
decent job. It's fucking awful.
No, it's awful. It's awful. But like for what we were thinking, go ahead.
No. Olynk, right? Like I thought just having a guy that's 6'10",
6'10". No, 6'10",
right.
I think. Whatever.
Right. Is a stretch 5, ability to shoot the ball, smart, can pass, would have been perfect alongside Zion. Probably you're gonna like move him. I think that's the better outcome for you, more advantageous for you. Draft wise and just building up more capital because you spent all your capital doing dumb shit. So you got to build it up somehow, some way. So it would have been good to see Olynk play alongside Zion, but probably unlikely. Also, these players can help a championship contender currently. So I can see, really good teams, right? The really good ones asking about these teams because they know you trying to get rid of them just to burn capital.
Chris, do you think Olynk stays or goes?
I don't know, man. I mean, to be honest, I'm just like the draft picks. I mean, I'm curious in regards to like the protections, if or what
dogs
are acting up, Lito. Sorry,
yep.
Chris.
No.
Hold on, Chris. One second. Why are you disrespecting my dogs?
Well, you told me your dogs were the problem in the neighborhood.
No, it's my neighbor's dogs, Justin. It's not my dogs are trained. I don't fuck around.
So there is accountability in the Henderson house. There's accountability in the Henderson house. Okay.
Damn, you're using people, government, and all kind of shit. Justin, what's going on around here?
The God's house. I'm sorry. Jesus Christ. Hey, I got motherfuckers texting me. All right, Chaz, asking me ridiculous questions. My phone number somehow out there. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious with how these picks are looking. Are there any kind of protections on that first round draft pick? I would assume that there are. I haven't looked at Toronto's draft picks in regards to other teams. So it's Justin wearing a wire. It's crazy. So that, I mean, because when somebody asked this question Sunday. And they said, what would be considered a win? And I said, I mean, if you were somehow able to turn, I'm less concerned about the players. While Olynk would be a godsend, which is terrible, but the bar is so low in regards to the center options that you've had in New Orleans as of recent. Same with Bruce Brown, glue guy. Willie Greener would run him into the dirt 38. But draft pick wise, if you were able to get a first round pick. I mean, I think that's a win because of the struggle that you've been for the past, 8 months, year and a half, and trying to move them to begin with. So,
and look, tonight's been like incredible. The Jazz come back and beat the Warriors.
They did? It's over?
It's over. The Jazz come back, beat the Warriors. The Pelicans lose. They trade Brandon Ingram. The Wizards win. The Wizards win. And the Nets. And
the Hawks lost. Well, it's kind of irrelevant now, unless they want to call for CJ. Y'all still need, what's popping.
So yeah, okay, Chaz. So you get Brandon's gone. That domino falls. We hope he has to pass physical. What's next for this team? Do you honestly think CJ is on the move tomorrow,
So it's that Pacers 25.
pick.
I don't know if he's on the move.
I ain't mad at that.
What I would do if I'm thinking ahead. Shout out to Ross in the building. Shout out to Ross.
Of course, he's missing this show. Of course.
Yeah, shout out to Mr. T. But if I was them, I move Javante, of course. I try to move all of the minimum players who may have some value. I move Javante. I try to move JRE. I played a 10-day game. I try to move Jose, who's due for a pay increase. Another reason why I don't think they're going to keep Olynk is because Olynk make like $13 million next year. Yeah. And they don't have a ton of cap space as it is. But if I can go out there and get a couple seconds, I try to attach those seconds to CJ and just get from under that money as well, man. I just try to go into the offseason with a semi-clean slate, get some mid-level contracts, and just go into the offseason with a clean slate. That's what I would do. Because last thing. Rutgers played today. Ace had 18-11. Harper was balling today. I say, look, man, just clear the books as best you can.
Jared, I was let's watch. Oh yeah, there we go. You think it's the right time to move CJ right now? Because what I'm about to say is that we also have another new record of 611 people in here. If you're new here, make sure you smash the like button, hit the bell notification to go live, become a member, subscribe to the channel. Jared, what is your thoughts on CJ? Because if you can't move CJ, you got to right now. This is full on clear CJ, clear Brandon, move on to the 2025 NBA draft and go from there. But seems like you might be a little reluctant.
Nah, man, I think this is a prime opportunity to possibly move CJ if you can. I think you need to clear the books as much as you can, as Chad said. But he provides so much, but also I think it's time. I think he tweeted out that he talked about Luka getting traded. If Luka can get traded, then anybody can. I think he already knows. If anybody knows, it's CJ. CJ's probably playing. Okay, this is what I need to do to get myself ready. I mean, he did that in Portland, and no doubt he's going to do that here. But if you want to get the most for your money, I think you do it now rather than later.
Lito, where would you rank Brandon Ingram in franchise history, like ranking of a player? Where would you rank Brandon Ingram? Total curveball.
This is a great question.
Yeah, it is. I'm thinking Chris, AD,
like
he top five. He top five.
All I know, this is the idea what I came up with in my head. He behind Jamal Mashburn. As much.
If you
I don't know what
Davis.
No. Whatever it is, he's behind. Like he's after him.
Oh, he's behind David West.
I was about to say I had him. That's why I said top five because
so Drew or Brandon? Who would you take?
I'm taking Brandon.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Brandon, dog.
I got him top 10. I got Chris, David West, Tyson Chandler.
You taking Pager or Brandon?
Taking Brandon. Pager was washed up by the time he
got
got
Brandon over Drew.
Yeah, Drew sucked.
What? Drew? Nah, but hold on, Drew helped win a playoff series.
This is a quick stat here.
The so low.
That's a quick stat right
there.
I mean, what you want me to do? I got to play the cards that was dealt.
Nah. It ain't just you. It's like somebody said I'm on crack because I had top five, and I'm like, dog, who played here?
Does
like
Pistol Pete count?
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
It's a good question. I don't think he counts, but let's say Pelicans Hornets history because he was Jazz.
I'm saying
Drew got to be over BI, man.
David,
why? I agree with Chaz, bro. I thought Drew was overrated as hell. Like,
oh no, my
I've been saying that.
Oh, I forgot about Boogie. Shit, hey,
he
ain't playing long enough though.
But if he stayed healthy,
if he stayed healthy,
if he stayed healthy, Boogie would have been the best player in franchise history.
Dog, you telling me? Hold on. So you got Brandon over Drew. I mean, you got Drew over Brandon.
Oh,
who you asking?
I'm asking whoever.
Drew over Brandon.
I do. Yeah.
Nah,
Drew over
Brandon. Take Brandon over Drew.
I do.
I didn't think Drew like.
No,
No, they've won. Look. They've won 2 playoff series since they have moved to New Orleans. Drew got one of them. That's enough for me. Drew got one of them.
Drew had an epic series.
And he dropped 40.
It was epic.
Brandon was like the best
Chris,
player
this
on
is
the
this
team,
is
though.
crazy for all of our listeners. Track the trailer.
Trailer.
Rest in peace.
Oh,
But check the trailer over BI. It's crazy.
That's a little too much.
That's hate. That's hate.
But
Right?
I got.
Stacey Hoffman over BI.
I think.
Courtney Alexander.
The plastic.
They also got. Excuse me,
Who's
That's what they
that?
called him.
Chris. You had to. You had.
Huh?
I think.
You had to say it. Like you had to.
I think Drew
It's on
and
the-
BI interchangeable. But I might have Miritich over both of them. I ain't gonna lie. I might have Carlo. I mean, I think Carlo. I might have Nigo over both of them. It's because what you thought you was getting, it just consistently just went like this, bro. And Drew, I don't know.
So they said it's the 2026 Indiana first round pick, top 4 protected.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
Keep
That's
doing what you're doing out there, Halliburton.
Yeah, that's fine.
This motherfucker scored 0 points yesterday. Keep it up. Keep doing what you're doing.
Make sure to smash the like button. All right, let's get to. You want to get some super chats, or do y'all want to talk about more stuff?
I mean,
man,
Jose
it's
tweeted out.
I guess we potting right now, right?
Jose tweeted out tear emoji. I mean,
Do you think? Let me ask you this: you think Jose goes
I hope so.
KTSC?
I think it's probably more useful to move Jose in the off season, but I don't think he's going to be here long. Hey, if it was me, bro, again, Jose making $4 million next season, you really can't afford it. You know what I'm saying? That's why at this point, I would just be trying to accumulate as many second round picks as possible. Hawkins, he would have, if you would have subbed Hawkins out in the fucking first half, you probably could have got something decent for him. But the longer he stays in the league, now you might be looking at a second round pick or something like that. Now you just gotta hope he recoups some value if he's gonna be sticking around. But yeah, I try to move CJ, try to move JRE, and try to move Jose. Get some seconds.
So then, all right, Jarrett, we'll go Chris and Jarrett, because say you move CJ, say you move all the guys, right? What's your plan with Zion and what's your plan with Trey? Play him as much as possible. Do what you're doing right now. Like, what is the plan there?
Here's IBA Henry over me.
Y'all wildin'. Y'all is wildin'. Shout out to
Wait a
Zion.
minute, Chef. I don't know. Damn, Chef.
No, you keep like tonight.
Exactly.
Zion took 19 shots. Trey took 16 shots. One had 28. One had 25. Let them two continue to build their chemistry as a 1 and 2, and get everybody else the fuck out the way. If CJ's around, great. If he's not, great. I'm not tripping on whether or not you move CJ now or not, because no matter what, he's an expiring next year. So I'm less worried about CJ, and I think he can still be a productive asset for a team that doesn't know who the fuck's gonna be playing guard for them next year to start next season with DeJounte being out for a little bit or for a lot of it. So, but yeah, continue to let. I mean, Trey had 9 assists tonight, 8 assists, 6 assists in the first.
Did he end up with 8 assists? Because that means he didn't have an assist the second half.
They took one away. I thought he had 9.
9. Yeah.
Okay.
9.
So
Yeah.
second half.
I mean, we finally, some of these dreams that we heard that was being talked about last season when Borrego finally, when he got to New Orleans, about Trey having the ball in his hands more, Trey making decisions as the basketball handler in the pick and roll. We saw Zion and Trey pick and rolls. I mean, like imagine, let that continue to blossom. We got Carlos starting in the starting lineup. Trey, look, Justin's favorite guy. Justin loves Carlo, man.
Carlo outplayed Misi tonight.
Second
Chaz, stop.
Look at the
Stop.
stats. Check the stats.
game in a row.
No, my dog.
Don't be that guy.
Hold on, my dog. Justin, my dog had 11 rebounds last game. Carlo had 9 rebounds. Jackson Hayes probably got 10 rebound game his whole career in New Orleans, dog.
Damn.
Carlo's on the way.
Shout out to Phoenix down 32.
Let's get it.
Give us a call, Phoenix.
So
Down
Jared,
32.
I was asking, does this trade spell the end of Willie Green?
Yeah, this shouldn't. Oh my God,
Oh,
this shouldn't be
hold up, Jared. It's the Pelicans. It's the Pelicans.
I know, man.
Y'all yell
but
at me.
I'm just saying this shouldn't be the trade that gets Willie fired. Willie should have been fired a long time ago. Donald, that's wild. But hey, I'm with you. You know, anything can happen apparently. Anything. But Willie should have been gone. Y'all were talking about Trey and Zion, man. I just hope they can stay healthy, right, and finish the season playing alongside of each other. Did you realize like they were running plays tonight? They were running actual actions tonight, like multiple actions that had multiple reasons with multiple. I was like, oh my God.
They ran a high pick and roll on the top
Bro.
of the key, and it ended up exactly how I said it would, with a short roll of Zion Williamson going to the rim, and he got fouled. This is basic stuff, man. He's terrible.
Bro.
He's terrible.
Bro.
He's terrible. I try to be nice. He's terrible.
He is, and I think this is all. I mean, it seems like some of these actions are Borrego's actions, right? Like they didn't come from Willie Green. But it was just like multiple at a time. So like Denver really was on their heels because of the side pick and roll that they were kind of trying to get at. Then Zion would end up with the ball at the at the nail, being able to go one-on-one with a small or probably Aaron Gordon, but he was on the move. So Zion still created an advantage. It was just beautiful basketball at one point. So hopefully they can kind of continue that moving forward.
Hey, you know, thinking about obviously, we don't know how the roster is going to pan out for the rest of the season or even next year, right? But just thinking about the Trey Zion combination.
Sorry, bro. I gotta stop you. We got a 50-ball super chat. GGE. Appreciate you, bro. This trade is the closest I'll ever get to feeling like we won a championship. Pop the champagne.
Pop champagne.
Oh, Dolomite. Yes, Warden. You do know a man by the name of Willie Green, don't you?
Some folks say that Willie Green was the baddest motherfucker the world ever seen. But I want you to...
Chaz, you're muted. Go ahead, man.
Appreciate you, GG. Thank you, brother.
Appreciate you, GG. I think just talking about from a basketball perspective, you got two players who are really efficient, who can be really efficient in their phases of the game. They play a totally different type of style. They're polar opposites of each other, but they're both efficient. You look at tonight's game where I think Zion took 19 shots. He made 11. He made 11 of them. Trey took 16 shots. He made 9 of them. You know what I'm saying? Then you include both of them over 5 free throws. Like that. This is not a parting shot at BI, but like that kind of
it's about to be
production, that kind of efficiency, that is what you want to pair. It's like a wine, right? Like you pair it with your food, like depending on the type of food you're eating. Like you got a white, you drinking a red. Like it's all pairs of pairings, couplets, and these things should like go together.
Just don't drink it on the show.
Yeah, because then they'll kick you out. Hey, you Justin, and then they'll tell you, never mind. Boy, one day they're gonna get that members only pie, and one day y'all gonna get the real story.
No, they didn't tip Chaz out. Chaz just mentioned one. They took him right out. See,
rest in peace, Chaz.
All right, so I was just thinking about this. So, Chris, Trey Murphy now has a clear runway for the next whatever it is, 4 years, hopefully that he's still here, with Brandon Ingram gone. Obviously tonight, struggled from the field early on there in the first half, but as we talked about, had a career high 8 assists. He's doing something every night now. Like he had this like he jump stopped in the paint, pivoted, and then like had like this like kind of like rip through layup with like, I was like, he had footwork, really, really nice footwork in the post. Like he's showing me something now every single night. That he's growing into a legit, 3-level scorer.
Yeah, and his teammates are treating him like it too. I watched Trey miss a 3 on the break after CJ found him on the break. CJ loved them transition threes. He found Trey missed. CJ got the rebound, passed it back to Trey, and Trey got a dunk and an and one.
Yeah.
you know, that's just acknowledgement. Like, bro, you're here. It's your time. You know, and yeah, man. I mean, you see the work, man. Like the downhill moves. One of the things that shout out to Drew Hanlon, one of Jason Tatum's trainer, and also does work with Trey. One of the things that I remember hearing about Trey is that they kept trying to figure out ways to help his lateral quickness. They kept trying to figure out ways to help his side-to-side movements. Well, now you see with some of the Euros, you see with some of the Sutton moves, you see with him being a little bit more, what word do we use here?
Come on.
Agile,
a little bit more creative downhill.
Okay.
Right?
Uh-huh.
You know, yeah.
Euro step past that one.
Yeah. Because all the words was bad, dog. All of them. You know, so you you really getting a chance to see the off-season work. Like some of these things, you're like, damn, I ain't seen that move before. I ain't seen them do that. But it looks like it's something's been practiced. It's because it has been. Well, now he's getting a runway to actually show it. And I mean, we talking. I know you mentioned 3 level, but so many. It's been a plethora of additions to where he ain't just out there trying shit, and he's still finding a way to be efficient. So, yeah, man. I mean, I'm curious to see how this continues to improve and develop as we go.
Speaking of,
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Fine.
my man, just talk about Trey a little bit. He did something tonight I don't think I've seen him do before. He had made a bucket, right? And he was getting back on defense. And he was telling Carlos something, like in a very demonstrative manner. Like, hey, we doing this, like, hey. Like you can kind of tell, like, he's just trying to direct him. Like, I hadn't seen that from Trey. That's somebody taking ownership of, like, what's going on in the basketball game. This is his time. We're not about to fuck around. Like, what was before us. This is the new time. What they said in goddamn, what's the name of the show? The Wire. The old days, them was the old days. This ain't the old days. This is some new days. We just need to get Willie Green out the way. Maybe also get Griff out the way. And maybe we'll see a different product on the floor.
Lead up.
Hey, I saw. Speaking of, I'm glad Five said that. I saw from Trey, just not tonight, but like in the past couple weeks. Like he can score, right? Like that was one thing because he was looked at more of a shooter than a scorer per se. But you've seen him score in different ways. But what I've also seen him do is get his teammates involved in different ways. I'm seeing hockey assists. I'm seeing him like keep his head up while dribbling and finding.
Not getting a pick and roll,
bro.
He P&R with him now.
He had a play tonight. Where he was at the free throw line and he reverse pivot into a pass to a cutting. I think it was CJ who ended up getting free throws, and that was a pass. That's a confident pass. It's not just a pass you make on some random shit. It's a pass that let me know. I tweeted this. He understands now. Like Trey Murphy is feeling like this is his team. I know who on the team, but this is my team. And he feeling like he the best player on that team.
Man, well, this is a little off subject, but I had this here 40 on ice for some time now. Probably a couple of off seasons. And it's something I've been waiting to say for seemingly a lifetime. I tip my 40 to your memory. I take a drink and I start to think and I rest in peace, Brandon. Going too late, or is it too soon? It's the thuggish, ruggish bone.
Chaz, what would you like to say to BI stands right now?
Nothing really. I mean,
Nothing.
Nah, nothing. Tiny dog. He did his time here. He did. I mean, truthfully, expectations are the real enemy. If you trade fucking Lee Nailon comes to your team, he's averaging 22 points. You gonna say he's incredible. But if you thought you traded for the next Kevin Durant, and the shit don't work out, you're gonna be a little upset. And take into account, the things, what, like behind the scene. But aside from that, I don't care about no stands. I hope he leave him in Denver in a blistering cold for 4 hours and just say no.
No, that was impressive right there. 45 minutes in, about 570 of y'all. Appreciate it. Make sure you smash the like button. Get some fan questions. Do we open the line tonight? Do we dare do that? Do we open the line?
Welcome.
Open the line. Man.
All right, let's get the super chats and we'll open the line.
I'm watching.
NYC, $2. Appreciate you, man. Lito, real quick, what are your honest thoughts of BI?
God-fearing man, true pillar of the community. Like just a godsend to this organization at a time where you needed him the most. And how could you ever repay him?
Okay, Ocean Tide, appreciate you. $5 super chat, one to offer some cash considerations. We'll always accept that. Appreciate you, bro. Ezekiel, 5 Boo Crew Media memberships. Ezekiel, appreciate you.
Thank you, brother.
Appreciate you, Zeke.
That's really awesome. Ezekiel, once again, he gone. Appreciate that. Shane, this is a good question. Chris, Stan got the most out of the stick man. True or false? Was it Gentry? Was it Willie? Or was it Stan?
Chris, is it true? Is it true, Chris?
Who calls him the stick man?
He got the most out of him.
Dog Shane, man.
Never heard that one. Who got the most on the basketball floor out of Brandon Ingram? Shit, man. I'm gonna say Alvin. I'm gonna only say Alvin because that's the guy that became an all-star. That's the guy who got paid. That's the early those are the visions of the guy that we thought will continue to add to and continue to get better and better. I think the version that you see later on, I mean, he didn't even like himself when he played with Stan, so I can't go with that. And then the one with Willie was just everybody was hurt. And as an individual, he just balled the hell out. But he had the basketball and was able to do whatever he wanted at any time. And you saw a dude really take advantage of it. But I think what coach got the best of him on the floor. I mean, I think I'm gonna go with Alvin.
That's fair. Space African Jesus, appreciate you. $50 super chat. Shout out to BKM for the content as always. Is David Santa Baby Griffin going to finally make a move? Looks like he did, or will he? Silly Willie Miss Benson continue to set the Pelicans back. Find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Appreciate you, Space African Jesus. Trey, appreciate you. I've seen guys dribble better at the local park. Who's this?
Pick somebody. Does it? Shit, everybody.
504 boy, gifted one Buku Media membership. Appreciate you, 504 boy. Shane, you guys doing a member show after this? No, we'll do a member show this weekend though. We'll drop it Sunday. How about that? We'll do that and tell all Brandon Ingram stories.
Can I ask y'all this?
Yeah.
Does this seem anticlimactic to y'all?
Yeah, it does.
Because to me, it's kind of like when Omar died on the wire. It's like, yeah, something like that could happen.
It wasn't because it was just like lose situation. I almost feel like you wanted the trade to happen, right? But like you knew it was gonna be a shitty deal for Brandon, or vice. Like the other option was you don't trade him, then you have this awkward situation of, well, he's healthy, can he play, or do you send him home? And then the offseason, you don't want to let him walk for nothing, so you have to sign him to, as Lito said, a 2-year, $80 million deal. So either way, it was a lose-lose situation. That's why I think it was probably anticlimactic.
I just thought about something, and I think this represents Brandon perfectly, right? I think Brandon is that guy who goes to court and says, I'm gonna represent myself. I'm gonna fire my attorney and represent myself. And the judge was like, "No, you, sir, you don't want to do it." And we'll talk about this on the membership show, but
Appreciate you.
man, nobody knew what was going on with Brandon. Like this last month and a half, Brandon went rogue.
We got
he went rogue.
They usually show up to testing. There was a lot of shit, man. Desmond King, appreciate you, new member. Go Tiger Nation, appreciate you as a new member. Dev Lou, $5, appreciate you. Pels get Pacers,
Appreciate my dog
2026.
Dev.
First round pick, so that's something. Hope Griff, not the one drafting though. Also, Griff makes Dell look elite in hindsight.
Absolutely.
Jarrett, thoughts? Wow, I can't believe. Yeah, do you think Dell's better than Griff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like way better.
I didn't need this season to prove it either. Like, to be honest, a lot of the slack Dell got, like,
was the drafting
right? Yeah,
he always gave draft. He always traded his picks. Well, Griff's kind of like the opposite. Well, he has to attach assets because he has such bad picks. But
and Dell probably was like, "Well, I don't know how to. Well, we can't develop anybody, so let's just let's trade him away." So it made sense. Like he knew his clientele, so he had an idea of what he wanted to do.
He wanted to win. He always went for the win. I mean, once he made that DeMarcus Cousins trade.
And you gotta think Dale had less resources.
Whoa, God, yes, way less.
Dale had less resources.
Way
Maybe I mean equal or worse injury luck.
I say worse.
So what? Yeah, Boogie tears.
Even before that, Eric
Gordon. Yeah, Drew Holiday. Then remember, Drew Holiday's wife had a problem. Like there was also a lot of shit with Dell, man. Like AD had injury problems early on.
Drew lied about his injury.
There's a lot of shit going on, man. But that's a good point, Devlu. Appreciate you.
Hey, you know what's funny? I'm watching Raptors fans talk themselves into Brandon Ingram. Like I'm watching it in real time on the timeline. It's crazy. It's crazy the delusion being a fan making.
Maybe he needs a new system. Maybe that's it.
Or a system.
A system would be nice. That's actually a good point. Just a system. That would be nice. GGE, appreciate you, bro. $50 super chat. This trade is the closest I'll ever get to feeling like we won a championship. Pop the champagne.
No, dude.
Malik. Member for 10 months. Appreciate you, Malik. Great super chat for my location, guys. But y'all know it's love. But question, does Trey get introduced last now or Zion? That's a good question.
Is it? I mean,
it's Zion.
Yeah, it's gonna be time.
It just Trey won't have a problem being, first. Like there would be no issue or no back and forth between the two.
Yeah.
Hey, who better out of
the Lakers? Holy shit! The Lakers are trading Dalton Connect.
What?
Cam Reddish.
They got Voos
for Mark Williams, a 2031 unprotected first round.
Yo, this
2030 pick swap.
This shit
from Mark Williams.
Yeah, Mark Williams been balling. If Mark Williams stay healthy,
this shit
the Lakers. The Lakers are gonna be good.
I ain't gonna lie. I can see the Lakers falling off bad.
I don't. LeBron ain't gonna happen.
Not like 2 years from now, or like
no, I'm saying like I'm looking like LeBron right now. AD was already like the best player on the team, and unless LeBron go get some more of that secret stuff. But LeBron right now, Luka injury prone. Even though he's great, he's injury prone. LeBron, he's starting to get up there, and Mark Williams super duper injury prone. And they already like, hold on, LeBron, you're a mentor now, brother. And I'm trying to imagine LeBron and Luka playing on ball or trying to play off ball. It's gonna be interesting.
Can we? I gotta mention this tweet. I have to read this tweet. Shout out to George Hathaway. A look back at the Anthony Davis trade to the Lakers.
Oh God.
Pelicans received Brandon Ingram, who's now on the Toronto Raptors. They received Lonzo Ball, who's now on the Chicago Bulls. They received Josh Hart, who's now on the New York Knicks. 3 first-round picks. Jackson Hayes, not on the team. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, not on the team. Didi Luzada, not in the NBA. Herb Jones, Dyson Daniels.
Then you gotta count Trey too.
No, Trey was
Because I think
Trey was with Memphis when they gave up Steven Adams and Bledsoe.
but they gave up
They gave out.
Yeah, so they kind of like swap picks, and they used Naw to get Naw and Hart to get CJ. But it's still a terrible track record. I think that trade was a wash, honestly.
Yeah.
No, they got a chip, bro.
Yeah, but nobody really respects it. I mean,
but it don't matter. It don't matter if you. I don't give a fuck if you respect it or not. I want a championship.
No, bro. Listen. That team was running out of gas at the before the All-Star break. Like they were running out of gas. They were on fumes. That 3-month Bron had a massive amount of time to go get all the secret sauce he needed to rev up. He was the one pushing for the damn disc.
The players didn't even want to play.
Yeah, Kyrie was the one standing on tables talking about we don't want to do this shit. And Bron like, no, yeah, we do, because I want a ring.
But I kind of think it was a wash because let's say you count the ring, cool, but it's the Lakers. So they weren't like really contenders following that. I mean, they got swept in the Western Conference Finals, like I guess. But I think it was more of a wash. But if you're the Pelicans, you had one move changes everything. Really, you had two. You could have got the Aaron Fox, who was open to coming to the Pelicans. I seen the tape.
Yep.
And you could have gotten the number 2 pick, and you could have picked whoever you wanted to pick with that. Scoot Henderson been balling as of late also. But no matter who you picked with that pick, you could have changed the entire outlook on that trade. But you got Herb Jones, all defensive guy. You got Trey Murphy. But 2 of those people you picked aren't in the NBA anymore, and Jackson is probably on his way out.
And I don't know about a total wash. I still think LA got the upper hand. They use AD to get
Luka.
Like
6 years later,
they had a championship, but now they have Luka.
I don't count the chip, but I'm saying 6 years later they still were able to use what they.
We don't have a playoff series win. We don't have shit.
Yeah,
they turned AD into Luka. We turned him into Bruce Brown and Kelly Olynyk. Get the fuck out of here! Are you kidding me? It's terrible. Reed, appreciate you. How many years and how much do you think the Raptors? Appreciate the super chat. How many years and how much do you think the Raptors will re-sign BI for? I wouldn't be shocked to see if it happens. See it happen tonight.
I can't see him getting no crazy extension. I think honestly, I think Brandon, man, if he don't start playing immediately and effectively, Brandon gonna get an MLE, and it might already be too late because he might get like 20 because even with the Raptors, like they books are really fucked up.
Man, look, Taz, if Jimmy in this market can take a shit on Pat Riley's desk and get traded for and get a raise, $60 million.
Hey,
I'm
sorry, dog.
Jimmy Butler went to like several playoffs, several finals.
He got a track record.
And Jimmy plays.
Jimmy got a raise. Jimmy got a raise in a situation there was no way in hell he was supposed to get $60 million.
Hey, listen. Remember I told y'all Brandon needed to be more like Jimmy Butler 2 years ago. I wasn't talking about the off the court antics. If he wanted to get paid, he needed to learn how to win at all costs. Jimmy could be shooting 3 for 19, but when the fourth quarter came, he was going to figure out a way to win the game. That's what gets Jimmy Butler paid. Nothing else. He can't shoot. He ain't the greater defender. He barely rebounds. He can't pass. He not athletic. Nothing. But when it's time to win a basketball game, Jimmy Butler knows how to do it better than anybody relatively around him.
I'm really looking at like they cap situation because Scotty got paid, Quickly got paid,
RJ got paid,
and like RJ already on a contract and he due for an extension. If they find a way to move RJ, and that's why I kept saying it got to be RJ or somebody like that if you plan on extending Brandon, because You got Grady Dick, who he gonna be due for some money in a couple of years or an extension. You got whoever you about to draft. You still got Portal on the roster. I don't know where the money comes from to extend Brand unless he just this motherfucker ain't playing 3 months. So
But look, though,
yeah.
But look though, if that's the case though, there's no reason for Toronto to go out of their way, and in my opinion, to trade for him, knowing that unless they had some kind of plan to even in an aggressive manner to get into, let's say it was a light bidding war with Atlanta. If you Toronto and you just traded for RJ Barrett last what was the deadline, and you just along with Emmanuel quickly paid Emmanuel, I think it's crazy for them to even trade for Brandon. So if that's the case, they got to have plans on extending the deal with him. And he ain't. I mean, look, even if it's what he making now, I don't see him. I don't see him making less than $35 million though.
I think maybe they signed like a 2-year, maybe two fucking
240.
Yeah, maybe 240.
Yeah.
Like no, I mean like 40 total.
Oh no!
Because all right, check it out. They're already what they is right now. They're about 10 million from the luxury tax, right? They really didn't give up anything to get Brandon. They gave up an expiring Kelly Olynk and somebody else pick, a good team's pick. Probably gonna be in the fucking 20s or something, right? You really ain't give up nothing. So with Brandon, you could do a Kawhi thing. Like we chasing the tents. We chasing the play-in. Atlanta's falling out the play-in. If we make the play-in, cool. If not, we got Brandon's bird rights. Maybe we could be a tax team if he plays well down the stretch, things work out. But they really didn't take any risk whatsoever in this situation. And I'm just like trying to figure out, like with Brand, I'm like, who really got the money? He can't still be this delusional to think he getting 40, 50 million now. He can't. Like he couldn't be.
You sure about that?
But then again, I know Brandon. So then again, I know Brandon. So I'm like, if I'm Brandon, right, and they got like Charlotte, they can pay me more money. DC probably can pay me more money if they want me. And Brooklyn, if they wanted me, can pay me more money. I'm probably going to go with Charlotte first to see if I can get that money. If not, I'll just have to. He gonna have to take whatever they Chuck, I got you covered. You missed my my solo earlier, but he probably had to just take whatever they offering him. Like he got to take a prove it deal or something. Like,
jeez, it's crazy. Leo, I want to talk about David Griffin because we had talked about how this trade was a win, but overall, Leo, David Griffin couldn't have handled this situation any worse. Any worse. I want to make that very clear. Absolutely botched it. He had his chance, and Chaz called this shit a couple of years ago. He had his chance.
Hey, hold on. Hold on, dog. Chaz was right, though.
A lot of people owe Chaz an apology. A lot of people. Lito, he had the chance.
Yeah.
To trade Brandon Ingram for either Brandon, number 2 or number 3 pick, Brandon Miller, Scoot Henderson. Take your pick. Yeah. And he didn't do it. As Chaz said earlier in the show. Rolled the dice and failed. And only failed miserably. So he deserves a lot of blame too in this situation.
I mean, at the end of last season when, again, Brandon said he wanted a contract extension and you knew you weren't going to give it to him, What we waiting on? Like, what's the hold up? Like, day one, when that shit started, you should have had his ass out the door day one. But at the same time, when has Griff like made necessary moves in a competent manner his entire tenure here? Look at what he had to do to give up Tice. Look at what he had to do to get rid of
Devontae, Kyra.
What's my man name? What's my man name
Steven
from Utah?
Adams.
What's the
Favors?
Yeah, Favors.
Yeah.
Like, it's a track record on being on one in Favors in Adams, I guess, moving players that didn't necessarily like that they weren't necessarily ready to have that type of, especially in Steven Adams, because he would work well in any situation, but the team wasn't equipped, or you didn't have the right personnel in order for Zion Stephen Adams to work. And then you late on him on moving him to another team, and then you gotta spend extra. You gotta put picks in order to move that guy, and it's like, when does it stop? Where is the war chest is gone? Not only did you lose the trade, you have literally nothing of value to show for it. Like, you have nothing to show for it. Like you are actually incredibly fucked in this situation. Like, it's not even funny how bad this situation is if we being like totally honest about
That's the discussion we need to have.
This is what was said. You run the risk of that contract becoming a problem immediately. Going into the season, if there's a potential injury, if he underperforms, you may have yourself a Tobias Harris situation, whereas a guy, falls off the proverbial cliff after you extend him. Other teams are probably going to be side-eyeing that, and now you're probably due for what some people would consider an overpay. Also, in the event that he goes out this season and he plays like shit, his value is in the tank now. You missed the peak window to move him. Either you're going to be forced to retain him at a price that you're not exactly comfortable with paying. It was painfully obvious. It was pain. Jose, you need to be trying to forget that. But it's oh my God.
That was one of the wait. I forgot about the biting episodes when Brandon got hurt mid-game, right? And then came back on the
this motherfucker. It was against the Dallas Mavericks. It was the Dallas Mavericks. I'll never forget this game because that's the game you got the footage of Kyrie. I believe that was that game. Yeah. Brandon gets hurt in like the first quarter, leaves, changes clothes, comes back, does the zesty ass shimmy, and bites Jose on the shoulder. Right, Luka out there playing with one leg, leaves in like the third quarter. CJ had this incredible game and won the game. The fact that I remember all of these things should tell you how just unbelievable this guy has been. Man, get this guy the fuck out of here, man. Trade him tonight. He shouldn't have been on the plane. He shouldn't even be in Denver. Trade him tonight. Get him the fuck out of here. Fuck is wrong with this dude, man? You know how crazy you gotta be to go in the locker room, change clothes, and come back and sit on the bench and do some zesty shit like that? Get this fucking monster out of here.
Jay Villa, appreciate
fucking guy, man. It's out of his fucking mind.
Welcome to the show, Jay Villa. Appreciate you, man. Big Hank, $5.
What's wrong with that guy, man?
Well, at least BI's in Colorado now. We know what's legal there.
He going to Toronto, bro.
Well, we're in Denver right now, is what he's saying.
Yeah.
Dondada, appreciate you. Welcome. Samuel Martinez, member for 2 months. If BI gave Phoenix playoff performance last year against OKC, he'd have gotten paid. True or false, Chris?
Easily. But again, I still think he's going to get paid, even if it's a short-term deal. I don't think Masai Ujiri makes a move like that without some kind of long-term plans. They got his bird rights. Like, they're gonna make some kind of deal with him. And I gotta look and see like how far they are away from the tax or projected to be.
Chris, let me ask this: with this trade with Brandon, like, what is their thought process? Like, what is Toronto's thought process here with this trade?
I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Okay,
no. And I haven't. I was talking to Chaz a couple years ago about when they had OG and Gary Trent and Siakam and Scotty. I was like, I don't know what the fuck Toronto's doing, to be honest. And since then I thought they were clearing out room for Scotty, and then they wouldn't trade it to get RJ Barrett, Andy May quickly. So I have no idea what they're doing. And now they trading Brandon. It's like they're in this weird, like, would you say you don't want to be in the middle?
Yeah,
like,
you're doing really bad
in the middle.
Really
yeah. Like, I have no idea what they're doing, to be real.
Yeah,
I kind of look at it like, let's say I got this ukulele right here, and it works fine, right? But if somebody offered me a brand new guitar covered in shit for a nickel, I'm like,
It's a crazy deal.
I kind of got to just rinse the guitar off and take it because you're not gonna get a deal like that. Like truthfully, so like with the Brandon thing, hey, if he plays well, cool. If he play bad, what's the risk? He's a free agent. I cleared my books. I got Olynk off my books, 13 mil. Hey, like
why not? It's good.
Yeah, it's a risk-free trade. I would imagine.
True be told, I think Toronto's in the same, like, it's a little bit of the same position the Pelicans are in, right? Like they're geographically, they're in a place where I don't really want to play there. Organizationally, New Orleans in the places where I don't really want to play there. So you got to kind of swing for the fences if you Masai, because if you think about it, right? I traded for Kawhi. That motherfucker won a championship and said, "Nah, I'm straight."
Yeah, I think Brandon said Toronto's one of his favorite cities. Also, free healthcare. I think
that's why.
Stealth man, yeah. Herb Jones makes a big difference on defense. Yeah, he does. But he's about to be out for the season if you got members only show. But he's gonna get surgery during the All-Star break, so he'll be done here.
I wanted to ask that.
Yeah,
this something this bothered me. Shout out to DeJounte Murray. He got his surgery today, and shout out to him. Wish him a speedy recovery. I don't know if Herb is on Medicaid. I don't know what's going on with Herb. But why in the motherfuck have you known you needed surgery for nearly a month now, and you still haven't gotten surgery? You ain't playing, and not only that, you jumping up and down the fucking sideline. You shooting basketballs in practice. You're doing all this shit when you need surgery, and you know the team needs you at the beginning of the season. What is happening here? Like, why do dudes get paid and immediately fall off the fucking cliff here? Like, what's happening? Motherfucker get paid and everything changes. Like, bro, why you waiting the All-Star break? You ain't no fucking All-Star. You ain't got nothing to do with what's happening in February. You ain't got nothing to do with it. You're good. You're fine. You got all the time. Like, fuck, go get the fucking surgery. What are you doing? Like, come on, man. Like, that's this fucking bullshit. Get the surgery, bro.
Killer Cam, all this shit Butler has gone through, and he got the team and the bag. The Trey Murphy era begins. Jarrett, the Trey Murphy era begins.
Yeah, I said it before the trade even happened or announced. Yeah, it's a different era now. It's Zion and Trey and kind of how we see it moving forward. We'll see what it looks like. Hopefully they can, again, bring in a coach that can help them be better. You know what I was thinking about also? Mark Jackson would have been perfect. Like, he would have been perfect. Like, if you look at the owner of the team and her thought processes on...
Well, Joe, I gotta stop you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Chris Haynes. Ingram is excited to go to Toronto. Says the Pelicans may not be done and that Zion is a hot commodity. Is Zion on the trade block?
Well, shit, I guess it is
We
the
get
trade
into
Murphy
that?
area. God damn.
I think he always kind of not been on it, but I think you definitely listen.
Yeah.
If someone calls for him and they gonna offer you, I don't know about in this market though, because this market kind of fucked up. This is not a seller's
Chaz,
market.
but if someone offers,
what would be the offer then?
I'm almost.
And who?
Could you give me a team maybe? Like, can we
Look, I mean, but look though, having all the realistic options already made their move.
That's the thing too. Like,
late.
it may be like Charlotte, but that's the thing. It's like that's more of an off-season move to me if you're gonna do that, because again, seeing what you just got for Brandon, and to me, you don't trade Zion until you know where your lottery pick is at.
Yeah.
But I don't know. If you get, I don't know.
It's like you got to be the first one to do it, or you got to wait until you got all the data that you need in front of you. It's like, well, all right, when you traded for Boogie,
Chaz.
You would like the first one.
No, I would probably
Devin Booker.
do that. Oh yeah, I would probably do that. I don't know if the Suns would.
Well,
They did say that with the whole Durant thing, they did say that Booker was not going to be traded.
Yeah, they got.
Like, I'm trying to think how Zion fits on that team.
That's why it's probably an off-season thing. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
And you have to know
You have to get
where
blown
you're.
away, yeah.
You have to know where you're picking. Like you
No, that
have
makes
to
a
know
lot of
where you're
sense.
picking before you did that. But who knows? NBA is crazy. You got till 3 tomorrow. I'm surprised. Oh, let me ask y'all something. Do y'all think anyone has at least y'all think anyone has some interest in CJ? Because Chris pointed out several times that Orlando can't shoot at all.
bro,
I watched them the other
fuck?
day. No, I watched them the other day, and the first thing I thought about was, boy, Chris Ben said this. These motherfuckers
Last.
cannot shoot. And they got a bunch of contracts they can throw together. They don't like Cole Anthony. Like the people who cover the show, they like, oh, Cole, bless his heart. and look, and if you're the Pelicans, you need a point guard. You desperately need a point guard to start the season next year. I don't know, man. I do think there's some willing and dealing. I just wonder with Chris Haynes. I don't know if that's conjecture or educated guess or what.
It's a crazy report. Another Chris Haynes report. Bradley Beal told the Suns he preferred a city with warm weather if offloaded in a deal, but there was no mutual interest with those teams. So you got to think warm weather. like
I'm trying to think. You think about Miami.
South, Orlando, Miami, New Orleans, Dallas,
Oregon.
Yeah. I guess. That's really there's not a lot of teams with warm weather. Just thought that was kind of interesting.
Orlando got to do something, dog. Orlando got to do something.
They got to do something because they got so many young players, so many contracts. Black is it Anthony Black? He's been awful. They got what's that dude they get it? What's homeboy name? Wendell Carter Jr. has been god awful.
I remember we wanted him in the
desperation
off season.
Desperation. Yo,
you know what's crazy? They gave everybody a chance, though, right? Like they gave all those young guys a chance.
Everybody.
And they were figuring out ways to win, but it seems like they're running out of gas a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what's funny, Five? They got healthy and got worse.
Yeah.
You know why? You know why, Chris? You know why, Chris? Because the one guy they couldn't afford to lose was Suggs.
Yeah.
Because Suggs,
yep.
Suggs like the dog out there.
No, for sure. Chevy, appreciate the super chat.
Thanks, Chevy.
So, are we trading Z for best offer or waiting until next season, or should Griff not have that control? Oh,
I don't think ownership would let.
But Griff and Zion are
tied together. You think?
I mean, dude, how can you fire Willie Green and trade Zion Williamson? How are you gonna sell that to Gale?
Yeah.
Do you think Gale knows that Brandon got traded? You think?
No, probably not. It's a lot of bad optics. Yeah.
You're on the phone with the Pope.
Yeah. She's sitting in the kitchen with Chris Hansen. But
take a seat.
Yeah, have a seat right there. But I think it's an off-season thing, and to me, you can't do nothing unless because for me, I wonder is this a ripple to a large wave for the Pelicans, right? Because I ain't gonna hold it. Trey Murphy don't look like he missed playing with Brandon. And I don't think none of them dudes miss playing with Brandon at all, honestly.
They played slow and methodical. It was terrible basketball.
Yeah.
Like, at least tonight, they gave up 144, but they played with like some serious pace. There were some serious runs there.
Yeah.
From both sides.
I wouldn't, Justin, I wouldn't get, I mean, look, regardless of the professionalism, regardless of the health and, and everything, it's been 6 years going on 7 years, whatever, how many years it's been in regards to Zion. I think you owe yourself, you owe your investment, and you owe your job the opportunity to see what Zion looks like in this version of Trey Murphy, or simply Zion Williamson without Brandon Ingram.
That's fair.
Like I think you owe the entire collective, the entire investment, because look, if let's say you trade Zion, okay, Griff, what did you say? What did you do for yourself? Did you save more time? Did you get better? What?
Yeah.
No. Like,
This actually looked like a big fail. Like it looked like you failed again.
yeah.
Like to Chris's point is like, you mean to tell me? Wait a minute. Once Gail wakes up from her nap and Lausha tells her what's going on, you're like, wait a minute. You mean to tell me you could have had that number 2 pick with? You see how many times we're doing? Brandon Miller's hurt right now, but you see what Scoot doing. You see what all these young dudes out here doing. Cost controlled, but you brought back a 90-year-old Kelly Olynyk and a fucking expiring Bruce Bowen cowboy.
Bruce Bowen again. Bruce Brown.
Yo, Bruce Bowen got a lot of got a lot of Brokeback Mountain in this game. He dressed like a cowboy every fucking game. I'm like, what is this man doing? He ain't wearing no shirt. Just got a vest on. Like, all right, okay. Got to keep a little zest in the building, huh? But yeah, that's your return after 6 years of pain.
Man, you know what's crazy? My bad, Chaz.
Nah, I'm done. Go ahead.
You know what's crazy is early on in this process of trying to trade BI, like people were literally like the ceiling is no less than an all-star in return. And
we was talking about Garland and Jared Allen, bro.
we
was talking about big dog Mobley. We talking about big dogs. You know, we was tripping. We was tripping. It's like, hey, you think they'll take Michael Porter Jr.? We was tripping. We was tripping.
Motherfucker was the day
Karl Anthony Towns. Yeah. We had a whole show in all season about Karl Anthony Towns. A Sunday show. We spent a Sunday show on Karl Anthony Towns.
Oh, guys, they lying to these people.
No. Sunday show's supposed to be the luxury, dog. It's supposed to be safe for realistic, real deal podcasting. No, we supposed to really be in our shit on Sunday. And we spent talking about Brandon Ingram for seriously. And you got Bruce Brown, Kelly Olynyk, a 26 Pacers pick, and a second round pick. I don't even know what year for what team.
Bro, I thought we could get Keldon Johnson at least. I was like, can we at least get Keldon Johnson, Harrison Barnes? We got 2 motherfuckers we might never see suit up for the Pelicans in life. This is bullshit.
Mattress. No, don't tell me that, AJX.
AJ, I heard that. That Griff did not want the money.
Bro.
He was scared. He was scared of Cat's contract. They did not want to do it. And we also heard the Utah shit as well. But Griff didn't want John Collins. So
he didn't like his IQ.
All right.
Open up the phone lines, Justin. Stop fucking Justin. We hit a fucking pot. What else you got to do?
Why? Sleep, but
prospect is in the bit.
480 people.
God,
man.
Prospects will go crazy.
And we not open the phone line up today when we do it.
Look, there's the link. Click the link. You'll get a minute. Okay,
man.
1 minute, 60 seconds. That's not crazy, bro. That's not crazy.
It's crazy.
Smash the like button if you're new here.
It sounds like a
hit the bell notification.
Yeah.
All right, you get 1 minute, 60 seconds.
See, we're gonna figure it out.
Get off in 60 seconds.
Free gas boy.
Zesty.
I told this story before, but this reminds me of when I went to go see my brother in prison. Right, my brother he did 11 years, so three months and 3 weeks. Can't forget that. So I went to go see my brother in prison, right? And I'm sitting there, I'm talking to him. He like, yeah, I figure when I get out, mom, she give me a Jaguar, something like that. And I'm looking at him like, you're gonna be on the bus, right? And that's exactly what happened with this Brandon Ingram situation. We're looking at all these nice cars, and you probably could get at least Laurie Marketing in the center. No, you need to be looking. You need to be looking at Gordon Hayward.
Nice bus ticket.
You need to look at
Chaz, they killed us for that. They killed us for Laurie.
We got prospect.
Yo, prospect.
You.
It's your time, baby. It's your time.
Hey,
Hey, so
ding dong,
no.
the motherfucking witch is dead.
Oh man.
Ding dong, the witch is dead, dog.
You don't
know
feel
what
a
I
little
felt
bad,
like?
prospect?
Huh?
You don't feel a little bad?
Bad for what?
Real.
Bad for what, bro? Like I feel like he was pulling the Eric Gordon on us. It got to the point I felt like he was pulling the Eric Gordon. He just saying he hurt to say he hurt. That's all. He stepped on my pinky toe. I can't play for 3 months. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
But hey, when y'all said the trade, I felt like I fell asleep with my TV on BET and I just heard dude saying, God. Like, come receive your miracle.
Yo.
Oh man.
Hey, no lie, bro. I thought you was about to go.
I know where that was going.
Left.
Nah. No. I ain't trying to get put in time out like X.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Appreciate you, Prospect. Thanks for everything, man.
You know, you fall asleep with BET on back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
You liable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, Justin?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Corey, welcome to the show, man. What's going on?
Whoa, what up, Cole?
bro?
What's up, Cole?
Whoa, nah.
What's up, man? So look, I feel like I said before, bro. It's like Pim this dog. You can't skip steps. I feel like, all right, you got him out of here. So now you probably gotta, see what CJ trying to do.
Right.
It's like when you hanging with your partners and like it's time for everybody to dip and you just get to looking like, what y'all finna do? Like,
What's up? Yeah.
Yeah.
DJ, what you finna do, son? Like, what you finna do, thug?
You ain't about to
Finna
go
take
home.
it in, like,
You ain't gotta go home.
you feel me? So then look, then Willie, you gotta look at him like, hey, son, what you about to do, son? Like, it's 10:30, son. It's Tuesday. I got work in the morning. Like, what you...
Cole, you be like, what you doing tomorrow?
Yeah, like,
Yeah. What y'all finna get into?
I just feel like it's a long process, bro, and it's only the beginning. This is the first domino. It should have been fell about 3 years ago, but at least it finally fell, and now they need to keep falling though. Don't just stop at the first domino. Like,
yeah. Well, appreciate you, Cole. Thanks for everything,
sure,
man.
Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate
Talk
it.
to you later.
Brother. Yo, Justin.
I got jackets in here. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was looking at this Chris Haynes thing again. He also said there are teams that are very interested in Jose. You know, they've been calling about CJ. You know, he said that they might really have some traction, have some action on the trade market. I mean, to me, at this point, you just don't stop here. Shout out to Jackets Marcello though.
Yeah, Jackets. Welcome.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Ahead,
What's up, Jackets?
How you doing, bro?
This has been like 5 years coming for me. I've been trying to get rid of him since before COVID.
Damn.
I saw this coming. I remember one time I told this like Facebook group I'm in that I would trade this isn't back in 2020. I'd trade BI for Mikal and Cam Johnson and whatever little extra picks you want to throw in or whatever. Everybody thought I was crazy. Both of them niggas better than him. I'm just so glad that we got to this point. Like
Jackets, Marcella. Wait, whoa.
He said Cam Johnson and Mikal. I might agree with him.
No. Fuck all that. Jackets. I just need to know, bro.
You got an ID, bro?
Jack is on Twitter.
Jackets. Is it Black History Month for you? Like, are you celebrating it?
Oh, my bad. Hey, yes. My bad. Yes.
Yeah, Jack is color. I follow him on Twitter.
All right. Go ahead.
That's what I was saying. I know him on Twitter. Yeah.
My bad.
Give him that. No, you gotta. You gotta give him that Key and Peele handshake. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. My apologies, y'all.
No. You good. I just couldn't hear it.
Good.
But you good.
Yeah, no,
Go
ahead, brother. I'm from Cleveland, man. That
explains everything.
Jack is ain't with all that. Yo, my brother. Shit. Jack is ain't with all that shit. Now I'm playing. Go ahead, Jack. I'm fucking with you. Go ahead.
Back to like, I don't know how.
Jack, is you still there?
No,
Jackets come back. Marcella come back. Oh,
yeah, Jackets back. But yeah, he actually brought up a good point about Bridges and Bridges and Cam. I remember that, bro. They also, yeah. People were upset about Kevin Durant. It was crazy. Yeah, Jackets, come back up if you want to join the back to the show. David, welcome to the show.
Well, what up, Dave?
What up, Dave?
David.
You hear me?
Yeah.
I'm happy to be traded, man. I've been waiting for this moment for too long, bro.
He cried? Wait, you cried? He cried?
You all right, brother?
He emotional.
You okay, David?
Boy, David, do something. He crying.
David,
Yeah, you all right?
David, echoing. But
David, go ahead, let it out.
My question is, I think the NBA should have for the Pelicans to give us the number 1 pick.
Wait, say it again.
You say you think the league feel bad enough for the Pelicans to give us the number 1 pick?
No, they've done this twice now. No, absolutely not. We're an embarrassment. No,
I'll take number 2, honestly.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie.
Anything top 5, but like I am not banking on Cooper Flag whatsoever. So, Dave, I gotta get Jackets back up, but appreciate you, man. Appreciate all your support.
The job was about. I thought you were about to kick me
Jackets.
off.
No,
Jackets is back.
No, man.
Yeah, it's all good, man. I'm just so happy, man. But we can't stop here, man. David Griffin and Willie Green, they should have been gone. They should have been gone years ago. Years ago, man. This has been a shit show. They should have got rid of Lonzo early on, man. They was bullshitting with all this, man. Just bullshitting the whole way.
Facts.
I don't know if they're afraid to like put pressure on themselves and like be like, yeah, like we should be something, or do they like just hiding in the background, like just one of them people that just want to cash their checks and just clock in, clock out, and have nothing expected of them? I don't know, man, but they act fishy. I've never seen nothing like it. We from Cleveland, like we've been kind of trash and shit like that, like, but we don't act like this, man. Like Kobe Altman's not doing this trash, man. I don't know what's going on.
And Griff came from Cleveland too, ain't that?
And that's what I'm saying. We got rid of him and upgraded immediately.
Yeah.
We got Jared Allen for what, like a 2nd-round pick or something like that.
Yeah, from the Nets. Yeah, man.
Brooklyn,
Damn.
Well, appreciate you, Jackets.
Yes, sir.
Chef Dan.
Yep,
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Thanks, bro.
I think he makes a great point before you bring up the next person. I think Griff and company wants to fly like under the radar. Like they don't want any like outside pressure. Like they would love to be a 1st-round playoff team and that be it. Right? They would love that because then like I'm doing just good enough, but I'm not doing bad.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So
exactly. Chef, what's up, man?
Let the church say amen.
Hey man.
Whoa, what up, Chef?
What up, Chef?
Man, the gospel my boy Chris Haynes put on me today is man, it's straight from the good Lord himself, man. Ain't nobody could have brought that news better. So quick question, fellas. Who you think get paid more next year? Lonzo Ball or BI?
Ooh. Well, I think BI, because Lonzo already got his 10.
Yeah.
So it's BI gonna get at least, he can't get under 15. He gonna get at least 20.
Alright, cause when I seen that, I was like, man, this boy Lonzo got extended after missing 2 years before BI. That's fucking crazy.
What do you got?
But, 2 for 20.
He got like
2 for 20.
2 for 20.
Yeah, 2 for 20.
Yeah, man. It's crazy, man. We let a guy with braids hold us hostage for like 2 years. It's fucking crazy.
Shit, we let a guy with a ponytail hold us hostage. He was untradeable. Like
still might be fuck. Hey, that's some shit.
Nah, it's just 2 years too late, man. But I mean, he's gone now, so it's time to get this bad juju off us, man. And it just ain't gonna end, man. Even with the Hawkins injury, man, it's just like, bro, like these guys cannot get out their own way, bro. It's just fucking crazy. But just keep losing, man, and just fuck it, bro. Just keep losing. That's all I give a fuck about. Just keep losing.
Appreciate you, Chef. Thanks for
be safe, Chef.
bro.
All right, Chef.
Chef might throw something on the grill.
Austin, what's going on, man?
Just 2750.
Yes, sir.
And another 60.
Yes, sir.
I didn't think Griff was gonna do it. I had no faith whatsoever. I would have traded Brandon Ingram for a box of pizza and a big shot. I couldn't care long if he got out here. I don't know. Y'all think we trade anybody next? Because I don't think so.
I think
they got a
Jose's-
couple more moves.
I was asked this. I think Jose is going to go, and I think CJ. Like,
Thank Green.
do you think CJ's requesting a trade almost, or do you think he?
No.
He better. He better.
Chaz said yes.
What we gonna do? I mean, Griffin got to go next, and Willie got to go next.
I'm just saying, like CJ's, he's getting up there. He probably wants to start getting serious about winning, man. Like he doesn't want to be part of this, you know. Like
I don't want to be part of this, but I'm part of it. You know.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't want to be part of it either. But fine. That's facts, Austin. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for calling in. Appreciate you.
Y'all be cool, man.
See you, bro.
Appreciate you, big dog.
Cool.
Yo, let me ask y'all something. What kind of deal you think you get for CJ? You think you can get a guy like somebody who may have some salary that goes a little past next season that they might be looking to offload? I think a team like Miami makes a lot of sense, honestly. Miami, Orlando.
Orlando obviously is the obvious choice.
Pistons.
The only thing with Orlando. Go ahead, Chris.
No, go ahead, Lito.
No, I was gonna say the only thing for me with Orlando is I don't know if Orlando is ready to accelerate their timeline. Because if you trade with CJ, that's literally what you're buying into.
Yeah.
I thought that too, but then they signed KCP.
That's true too. Yeah, you're right.
And KCP been awful. Like, I don't know what happened to him. He been awful.
Orlando just got too many fucking players. Like they
got way too many.
They need to consolidate anyway.
Yeah,
so
way too many.
I mean,
like 4 bigs.
And it's not like they're signing CJ to an extension. I mean, they need fucking shooting. They by any means. KCP went over there after having like 39, 40%, 38, 30. He's shooting like 33% on the year. They can't even the good shooters can't shoot over there in Orlando right now. So they need anything. Chaz, the issue that I'm having is that like these trades similar to salaries, like they're built based off of the return that others get, and it's a drop down effect. You know what I'm saying? So you start at the top, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the problem is Luka went for nothing.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the fucking market is anymore for anybody. I can't tell you what anybody is worth because Dallas fucked up the market. I seriously don't know. They fucked up everything.
That's why I say
we have to answer this question.
I was going to answer. That's why I started. You started too? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Raptors fan here. I've only watched BI when he plays the Pels. This should be great. It seems like BI is heavily underrated. What are your unbiased thoughts on BI and what can we expect?
He talking shit too.
He's talking shit.
He say they fleeced us.
Okay.
All right. Who wants to take that one?
Lito, you want to?
Damn.
Yeah, that was
it was
crazy.
an hour 38. But you know what, Chris? You said something like Trey Murphy had balls in your hand. Like you said something crazy too. And I let it go. And of course, Lito didn't do.
I didn't, Justin.
I'm just saying there was no accountability. So you can't hold me accountable when you're other. You know what I'm saying?
So like BI. That's crazy.
All right. Go ahead.
You sound like BI, Justin.
Shut up, Lito.
How do I want to? Underrated? I wouldn't say he's underrated. I would say he's probably rated properly. You've seen various NBA polls where he'd be anywhere from the 40th best player in the NBA to I think at one point me and Chris did a show where he was like 51, something like that. I think that with what y'all got going on, I think you need to put the ball in Scotty Barnes' hands and put shooting around him. And I don't know if BI. I do know BI doesn't necessarily. He doesn't help in that scenario. Now, if you're gonna get facilitating BI, then okay. I mean,
he's a good basketball player.
He is a good basketball player.
I don't know how he fits on the Raptors.
He's 27, and we still talking about potential.
Yeah, like he never plays. Like he doesn't play the game. He doesn't play. Tennessee, Maltasanti, welcome to the show.
Whoa, Paisan.
No, Tennessee.
You are muted. I don't know if
hello?
Yep.
What's happening, partner?
You okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just wanted to thank you guys for covering this shit heap of a team. And
Shit heap.
the failure,
Go ahead.
the ineptitude of David Griffin is really impressive. I wish I could still get paid just like he does to be as shit at my job as he is.
He's fucking awful.
He couldn't manage a hot dog stand. He really couldn't.
I bet
Well,
well.
We got some film.
Tennessee, appreciate you joining the show, man.
He's got experience,
Tennessee.
Got some dirt on you, doggy.
Man.
Yeah, that was a hell of a setup there,
That
Tennessee.
was a good one. Cole. Cole.
Yeah, you got it. What's up, fellas?
What's up, man? What's happening?
Man, I'm good. Say, bro, I have a question. Well, one, I'm out here in Colorado. I live in Colorado, but I'm from the NO.
Right.
No, we can tell.
We can tell.
We can hear.
Man, no doubt. Hey, this the question I got though. In the end, what does this look like to where we can be contenders? Again, because I'm telling you, it's hard walking around with Pelicans gear out here in Mile High.
That's real.
Damn, good question, Yaha. Appreciate you calling in. Chris, you want to take that one?
Oh, my bad.
Or Jared?
What's a contender? Y'all, right, because in Pelicans verse, contenders is like 50 wins, is flirting with a first round. Are we talking winning a playoff series? We talking about contending because this franchise ain't been to a conference final.
Let's say the grit and grind Grizzlies.
Okay, so that would mean you would have to make the grit and grind Grizzlies. They traded for a few players or added a few players that weren't the most attractive on the market at the time, and they put them into a system and made it work. When the Grizzlies got Marc Gasol, remember they traded Pau Gasol, and no one knew who the fuck Marc Gasol was. Ended up working out. When they got Zebo was bouncing around team to team. New York Clippers, he had Portland. No one fucking cared.
Jailblazers, yeah.
They had to trade Rudy Gay. A lot of people didn't like that shit. That didn't work. You ended up getting good role players like Shane Battier, Mike Miller. You end up drafting Mike Conley, shit like that. So it took a few unpopular moves and a couple gambles on some players and finding what your actual and a good coach for it ultimately to work. So they found a plan, a style, and a system. Tony, like they went and paid Tony Allen. Nobody wanted to pay Tony Allen. He was down, Tony Allen was down to his last team. It's like, all right, so
this is it.
Yeah, like this.
You gotta work here.
Yeah, gotta work here. So you need a few people like Tony Allen to say, I ain't got nowhere else to go. Can y'all take me in? I'm broke. Ain't nobody else gonna pay me. All right, I guess I gotta work here. And you gotta build a system for it to, I think, ultimately for you to become contenders. That's what worked for them.
Yeah.
Hey, Justin. Hold on before you move on. I really, this brother right here, I would like to welcome him back whenever he gets to see Brandon play. I would say like maybe by like next December, like come back. Come back and you know, let's talk about this.
Yeah. He's officially leading scorer in Toronto. He's getting a max extension. I don't think so. So yeah. Dan Tice got traded today, by the way, to Oklahoma City Thunder. And we had to attach a second round pick. So
hardly knew you, DT.
Hour 45. Appreciate everybody's super chats, the new members, the new subscribers. Really, really appreciate all y'all. So, what y'all want to do tomorrow for the trade deadline? I guess we go live tomorrow night.
Hey,
go live tomorrow night, like around 9 p.m.
Can we get these 9 more likes? Shout out the game.
Yeah, let's get, if y'all could 9 more likes, that would help out.
Yo,
so
go ahead. That's my bad.
Chat. Well, I'll say we're gonna go live probably 9 p.m. tomorrow to recap everything. Go ahead, Chaz.
Yeah. And make sure y'all hit the join button and become a member because Oh, we got some stories for y'all. It's been some wild stories happening.
That's a good point. I'm glad you said that,
Appreciate
Chaz.
all y'all, man. Make sure y'all join the members. Y'all, we about to hit y'all with another one.
Record number show tonight. Brandon Ingram gets traded to the Toronto Raptors. Bruce Brown, Kelly Olynk, first round pick and a second round pick. Make sure you smash the like button. We'll see y'all tomorrow night.
Yeah.